Hello everybody, welcome to our very first MJS mini lesson. So I'm super excited. This one is going to be really instrumental for singers, teachers, presenters, trainers, coaches, any of you who use your voice regularly. You're going to learn so much. It's going to be really exciting. So this is on how a simple drinking straw, so something like this. It doesn't have to be a big plasticky one like this. It can be just like a regular size drinking straw. I am using this because it's not one that we throw away. It's one that we like wash and use again. So I recommend those if you're going to be doing this often, but it certainly doesn't have to be. You can use anything that you have around you. So a straw is actually a really powerful tool for your voice. It can do so many things. So I bet you didn't know that a straw could help alleviate vocal fatigue. It can be used as a really fast warm-up. It can also help to bring out your natural resonance in your voice a ton more. It also is a really cool, like, on the DL way for warming up your voice if you're not looking for a ton of attention, if it's something that you need to do like in public or in a crowd or something, and you're not trying to be loud as warm-ups can be. It's really great for that. It's also, it's just a really great exercise so we call it an SOVT, SOVT Exercise. And those have been used for hundreds of years, and I'll tell you a little bit later more about those kind of exercises. But the way that we're going to do this, I'm going to show you, is you're going to hear me speak through the alphabet, and then I'm going to do this exercise with the straw, and then you'll hear a difference in my voice. So I'm just going to go through the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I'm going to show you how to do this, and then I'm going to pause it while I do it for a solid 2 minutes, because I don't think anyone needs to watch me do this for a solid 2 minutes. So I'll pause it, and then I'll come back and record the next part. So you're going to put your straw just about 1 inch into the water, and you're going to hum through the straw so that you can watch the bubbles happen at a really steady pace. So you don't want for it to be like huge bubbles, small bubbles, huge bubbles, small bubbles. You want to make sure that they're really steady size. So the water is literally just an aid in helping us see visually to verify that our airflow is steady. So you're just going to hum on any kind of note. So once you do that on one note, you can kind of switch up the notes too. So I'm going to pause this, do this for 2 minutes, and you'll hear a difference in my alphabet. Okay, I've just done my little exercise here with my water and my straw for 2 solid minutes. I just set an alarm on my phone, and I sang Someone Like You by Adele into my straw for 2 minutes. And so now I'm going to say my ABCs one more time, and hopefully you can hear a solid difference. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, now I'm going to encourage you to go back and listen to the first alphabet and then the second alphabet. You should notice some really tangible differences. I just went back and listened to them right now, and they're dramatic. If you're having trouble identifying specifically the differences, send me a DM and I'd be happy to help point them out to you. But some specifically are that my voice just sounds so much clearer. Before, as I was speaking, you could sort of hear like something that we call vocal fry, which is like that noise that comes out when a lot of females do it. But especially if we're trying to like emphasize something gross, we might say like disgusting, right? And you hear like the vocal fry coming through. So that was completely eliminated in the second alphabet. And also it's like I turned the volume knob up, but I wasn't speaking with any more power. Like I wasn't putting anything else behind it. It just sort of comes through more. So specifically with the resonance, it's just a clarity also. It's like listening to a record versus like a really banging brand new sound system. And you can hear like one of them kind of, it's just not quite so clear. And that second one, the second alphabet that I did was massively clearer. It really blows my mind what a really simple 2-minute exercise can do with a very basic drinking straw, but it's really amazing. So I told you that I was going to backtrack into telling you more about SOVT exercises. We call them SOVT exercises, or soft, but it's not an F, it's a V. So what it stands for is semi-occluded vocal tract. So semi-occluded means made smaller. All the way occluded would mean shut, right? So while our mouths are generally somewhere in this space, big, and this is sort of the amount of space that our volume and our air and our, all of our manipulations come through when we're speaking or singing. When we're singing through a vocal straw, we're making that much smaller space. We're pushing all of our sound through that much smaller space. And so that's why it's called semi-occluded, right? And then your vocal tract. So that means that your vocal tract that typically is only so long, right? We're lengthening it with the straw, and we're also giving it much less space to travel through. So it's the narrowing is really the biggest, most important part. Yes, so it adds length, which is also great for helping everything, but it's less important than the narrowing. Anything that you can do, there are many exercises that fall into this category, not just the straw. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want this video to get too long, but I encourage you to do this and then make this even like a daily, even like several times a day exercise. If you're using your voice for, let's say you're batching podcasts and you're spending a lot of the day, like I know people who record 8 podcasts in a day, which is just insane. That's a lot of speaking. Or if you're a coach and you're on calls for an entire day with people and you're just in really active dialogue, then in between calls, do this for 2 minutes and it's going to make your vocal fatigue is going to like way down. You're going to be able to last for longer. You're not going to feel hoarse, and the rest of your body isn't going to feel so exhausted at the end of that day. Teachers, especially, you're speaking over a classroom of people, whether that's adults, children, whatever. If you're a teacher, like a college professor, doing any sort of presentation, whether that's like at work or whether you're training groups of people, whatever, these types of exercises are complete game changers. So I really, really hope that you learned something super valuable. I want you to let me know in the comments if you have any questions or comments or whatever. It's also worth mentioning that the water is really good for starters because you get to visually see that air being steady. It's not something that you have to like do every time. So once you get really used to using the water, then you can just take the straw with you wherever you go. And it's so easy. That's it. Thanks.